red is a very symbolic color.
Let's take a picture, Beth. Make sure our necklaces are in it. Ready? Cheese!
Alright, so what is going on, guys? It's Tazz here, and welcome back to the channel for another Batwoman video. Earlier this week saw episode 8 of season 2 titled Survived Much Worse, bringing every major story from the season so far to a head over on the island of Coryana. Ryan Wilder had been poisoned by Hush's kryptonite bullets all the way back in the season premiere, and it was later discovered that the only way to save her would be through the use of a magical flower found only on the island of Coryana called the Desert Rose. Nice to see an early theory of mine finally come true. But in order to save our new Batwoman, Ryan must entrust her plans with Mary as she travels to Coryana in search of the Desert Rose, Sophie and Jacob, who have been captured, as well as Kate Kane, who is believed to be on the island as well, all without any bat shark repellent, so we knew it would be quite a difficult task. Can we also take a moment to appreciate how much Ryan and Mary's friendship has grown this season, to the point that Mary was helping her suit up for the mission to Coryana, and Ryan even trusted Mary to keep her plant safe? Gotta love seeing this sort of development. On the other hand, we had Alice's story this season running parallel to Ryan's as she was trying to find Kate, who had mysteriously gone missing after a plane crash that she thought was caused by Sophia as part of some convoluted revenge plot, but no, it was actually one of Sophia's minions, Tatiana, who set this whole thing in motion as a way to get rid of Alice and back in the good graces of Sophia, which all kind of backfired to say the least.
Congratulations, Tatiana. I hope you were entertained.
But hey, at least she's using the magical knife that only kills you until it's removed, then you're all good to go. This episode really solidified how villainous Sophia can be, and it was cool to see how quickly she could turn from being all nice and welcoming to full-on intense, angry antagonist. But the whole point of Alice's side of the story was to slowly reveal that while she might be going around saying she wants Kate back only to turn around and kill her, Alice really just wants to save her sister. I actually really enjoyed the back and forth between Ryan and Alice in the cell, as Ryan kind of gets a bit deep, peering into Alice's psyche, realizing that maybe it's not her fault that Alice's gang killed her mother or that she is the way she is, recognizing the underlying grief there with Kate, knowing that Alice could never truly bring herself to kill her sister. However, the episode leaves on a very interesting note, as Sophia never had Kate to begin with and completely bamboozled Alice all season long. The scene where Alice finds out that her sister may actually be dead and that Sophia lied to her this entire time was so well acted. Alice just goes full-on crazy pants mode like anyone would in her position, which was juxtaposed so well with the somber reveal from Julia to Luke and Mary that Kate really was dead. So naturally, as any completely sane person would do, and definitely not someone as unhinged as a door that the Kool-Aid Man broke down, Alice burns all of the Desert Rose on Coryana, which is a bit of an issue as Ryan is still kind of dying and needs it to survive. But luckily for her, back in Gotham City, after one of Sophia's minions attacked Luke and Mary, if I understand this correctly, the blood from the goon got onto Ryan's plant, turning it into a desert rose. That makes sense, right? I guess being from Coryana, or maybe having the desert rose in your system, you could pass on the healing properties to something or someone else, and in this instance, that something else is Ryan's plant. So now Ryan needs to haul her cape back to Gotham with the help of Sophie and most likely Jacob as well in order to survive this. But moving into the even bigger reveal for the episode, Julia returns and tells Mary and Luke that she has discovered that Kate is truly dead. However, at the end of the episode, we get a quick little scene showing that Kate is still very much alive, just captured and held up somewhere by an unknown threat. So an absolutely bonkers episode, paying off a lot of what was set up back at the beginning of the season. Ryan will seemingly get her Desert Rose cure next episode. Alice is maybe possibly slightly on a path to some semblance of a redemption. Sophie is getting closer and closer to Team Batwoman, and of course the big one, Kate Kane is still alive, but not necessarily well. The attempt on her life has left her scarred and deformed like Emperor Palpatine, but that's not all we know about this new Kate Kane. After the episode aired, we received the announcement of the recast of Kate Kane, everyone's top fan cast from back when we first heard about Ruby Rose's departure from the show, has come to fruition. Wallace Day, who many of you may recognize as Nyssa Vex from Krypton, is our new Kate Kane, and she will seemingly play a pretty significant part in the season going forwards. I'll link the big interview down there in the description that Entertainment Weekly did with the showrunner Caroline Dries about this recast and how it affects the show going forwards. But the big points to take away from this reveal, she said that they weren't going to just go and kill Kate off, and they stuck to that promise. Kate will return as a slightly altered version of the character now played by Wallace Day, who I think is perfect casting. She was campaigning for the role back before season 2 even started, and she seems very excited about joining the cast. I do also think it's pretty funny how Wallace Day definitely looks a lot more like Rachel Scarston, so she can more easily pass as Alice's twin sister, so definitely another plus there. But going into the back half of this season, it appears as if this new Kate story will sort of be running parallel to everything with Ryan and Team Batwoman, all while Alice's story is kind of adjacent to both of them. In the interview, it is brought up how reintroducing Kate does throw a bit of a batarang into Ryan's role as Batwoman, as it sort of makes her question where she fits into everything, but it seems like we shouldn't be too worried about Ryan's place in the story, as she's still going to be an integral part of the show as the lead and Batwoman. We are just adding another element with this new version of Kate Kane. However, going into this next episode, based off of the trailer and the interview, the team will still believe Kate is dead and have to learn how to move on with that closure, all while the audience gets to see what Kate is going through before she inevitably rejoins the main plot. But with that said, while some of the story this season has been a bit rough, it's obviously pretty difficult to introduce one new lead and partially write out another, all while allowing for all of the side characters to have ample screen time as well. I've loved Ryan Wilder so far and think she fits perfectly into the cast. Alice and her story has been super strong as well, adding to the underlying mystery surrounding Kate. The trailer for the next episode teases Black Mask, but it seems like Sophia and even Ocean to an extent will still loom over the season as threats as well. Before the season started, the question was recast or a new lead. We got Ryan Wilder, and we were not expecting to ever really see Kate again, but I'm definitely intrigued to see how they fit Kate back into the story of Batwoman, especially now that Wallace Day will be portraying the character. It's awesome that Wallace was the fan casting going in, loved her over on Krypton, and I can't wait to see what she does with Kate here on Batwoman and how the character slots back into the show. I'm interested to see what her reunion with the team and Alice will look like and what this all means for Ryan as Batwoman going forwards. Will there be two versions of Batwoman? I'd love to see both Kate and Ryan fight side by side, and I wonder if the Desert Rose will also be used to heal Kate of her injuries and explain why she will look a bit different. I guess we will just have to wait and see. So with all of that said, guys, I want to know your thoughts about this down there in the comments below. What have you thought of this season so far now that we are right around the midpoint? Are you excited for this new version of Kate? What do you think this all means for Ryan Wilder? And is there hope for an Alice redemption? Just let me know your thoughts on all of this down there in the comments below. I did also just post my Supergirl Season 6 trailer breakdown for the final season premiere. It will be linked in the end card if you guys would like to go check it out and have not done so already. But until next time, guys, it's been Tazz, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Do it.